hope you all can view screen. Okay, I hope you all can view my screen. Okay, so for today task, okay, what we are going to do is we want to be studying about volumes. Okay, so volumes over here in clouds nothing but it is a storage service. Okay, now let me tell you one thing over here. Okay, let me draw a diagram in a simple way. Okay, whenever you create a EC2 machine over here in AWS cloud, okay, either it might be a Windows machine or it might be a Linux machine, Linux or Windows, any machine you will be creating over here in AWS cloud. Okay, whenever we create, we will get a default volume to that machine. Okay, we will have a default volume to that machine. Okay, so this will be our default volume. So why we require a default volume? Because on this default volume, your operating system will be installed. Okay, so this default volume, you can also call it as a C drive or an primary drive. Okay, or you can also call it as a default volume where your machine's operating system will be installed. Okay, so generally we have seen if it is a Windows machine, it comes with 30 GB. If it is a Linux machine, it comes with 8 GB. Okay, so whatever will be the size, we will get one default volume with that machine. Okay, that is fine. Now, if you think that this 30 GB is not sufficient for you, okay, if you feel that this 30 GB is not sufficient for you, so that what you can do, you can create a one more volume. Okay, I can create a one more volume. Okay, and now this will be my volume. This is not a default volume. Okay, and what is the maximum size you can take for this volume? The maximum size is 16.3 TB, which means 16,000 GB. Okay, is the maximum size which you can pick for a single volume over here in AWS cloud. Okay, which is a very huge storage. So as a single drive, you can have up to 16 TB. Okay, as a single drive. Okay, if you are not sufficient with that much storage also, I can create a one more volume, and for this volume also I can go for around 16.3 TB. Okay, so likewise I can add multiple 16.3 TBs to a single machine. Okay, to a single machine I can attach these many volumes. Okay, but for attaching these volumes, there is one condition which we have to always keep in mind. Okay, that is a very important condition. You can say that is a limitation also. Okay, whenever you create a machine, it will run in some availability zone like 1A, okay, or 1B or 1C. Okay, it may be in any availability zone. Okay, so in whichever availability zone your machine is running, you have to create a volume in the same availability zone. For example, if it is running in 1A, then I have to create volumes in 1A only. Okay, I cannot attach a volume which is there in another availability zone to the machine which is running. If the machine is running in 1B, then I cannot attach a volume which is running in 1A. Okay, so you have to check that your machine and your volume should be in same availability zone, then only we can attach this volume to that machine. Okay, so this is the limitation. Okay, now let us do this thing practically first. Let us have a machine. Okay, let us log into a Windows machine and show you how our default volumes looks like. Then we will go on and then we will add more storage to our machine. Okay, without shutting down the machine, without having any downtime, I will increase my machine storage. Okay, because this thing is possible over here in cloud. Okay, now you can see that I have two Windows machines on my dashboard. One is Windows 1, the other is Windows 2. Okay, let me log into Windows machine 1 first. Okay, this is my Windows machine 1. I will click on connect. I will download the RDB file. Okay, I require username and password, right? Username is administrator with capital A. Okay, for getting the password, I will click on get password and I will choose my PEM file which is there on my desktop. I will select my demo file. Yes, this is the encrypted file. Now if I click on decrypt password, I will get the password. Okay, now I will copy this password to logging into this machine. Okay, I will click on connect. Yes, username is administrator with capital A. We can see this thing that username is administrator with capital A. Now I will paste the password. Now I will click on OK. Okay, now I will be connecting to the machine which I have created in the cloud. Okay, now it is logging to the machine which is there in the cloud. Okay, let it log in. Okay, so this is that machine. Okay, this is the machine which I have created in cloud. Okay, now it will open all the desktop icons on this machine. Okay, let it open. Okay. Yes. So this is the machine which I have created in cloud. Okay. Now let me check the configuration of this machine. Let me check how much storage this machine has. Okay. If I go on to this part and if I check the drives over here on this machine. So this machine currently has a C drive of 30 GB. Okay. This machine has a C drive of 30 GB. And now if you feel that this 30 GB is not sufficient for you. Okay. You have created this machine. Okay. And now you feel that your C drive is not sufficient for you. You want one more drive. You want one more storage part. We want one more storage component for us. Okay. So then what we have to do? We have to increase the storage. Okay. So how we can increase the storage? I can add one more volume to this machine. Okay. So let me show you how to add one more volume to this machine. Then after adding the volume, there will be a C drive and there will be one more D drive. Okay. More storage will be added to this machine. Okay. So how to add a volume? So if you go on AWS dashboard, you will see volumes on the left side. So it will be under Elastic Block Store. Okay. So volumes comes under EBS. Okay. EBS stands for Elastic Block Storage. Okay. So under EBS, you will find volumes over here. Okay. And before creating a volume, as I've told you, the very important condition, availability zone should be same. Okay. Check the machine availability zone. This is my Windows machine 1. In which availability zone it is running? So availability zone is here, right? So in which availability zone it is running? It is running in 1A. Okay. So anyhow, both the machines are running in 1A. Okay. So this is very important. You have to always check that in which availability zone your machine is running. Okay. So once you check that availability zone, let us go and let us create a volume over here now. Okay. You have to click on volumes. So once you click on volumes, you will be seeing that there are two default volumes over here. Okay. I can give a name to this volume as default volume. Okay. As I have created two machines, that's why there are two default volumes. You will be seeing the 30 GB over here, right? So this 30 GB of volume, this is the same volume, the 30 GB. Okay. So this is the volume that it is showing over here on this machine. Okay. It is the same volume. Okay. Both are default volumes only. Okay. Right. Now what I have to do, I have to create one more volume. Once I create a volume, I will attach to this machine and I will make it as a D drive. Okay. So how to create a volume? There is an option called create volume on the top of the screen in blue color. If I click on create a volume, okay, it will go me back to this page. See, the maximum size you can pick for a volume is 16,384 GB, which is nearly to 16.3 TB for a single drive. Okay, which is a very huge space. Okay. Anyhow, in AWS cloud, you will not have any issues with the storage. At any point of time, you can increase the storage of your machine. Okay. Now, okay, so how much size I require? Okay, for this session, I require only 5 GB is more than enough for us. Okay, 5 GB will be more than enough. That's why I'm going for 5 GB. Okay. And now, okay, let me tell you some important things over here. Okay, basically in real world also, we will have two types of hard disk. Okay, one is SSD and the other is HDD. Okay, one is the normal hard disk and the other is SSD, which comes with much faster speed. Okay, SSDs are costlier because it comes with faster speed. Nowadays, a lot of laptop companies are giving SSDs only. Okay, as a major hard disk. Okay, as a primary hard disk. Okay, why? Because it is very fast. It will respond very fast. Okay, if you start your laptop, if you boot your laptop, it will start within 10 seconds. Okay, if it is a normal HDD, it might start within 40 to 50 seconds, but if it is SSD, it will start only within 10 seconds. Okay, so SSDs are very faster type of hard disk and HDDs are somewhat slower type of hard disk. So we have 4 types of SSDs over here. So basically each SSD will have a different copying speed. If you go with GP2 has a copying speed of 100 IOPS. Okay, if I go with IO1, this has a copying speed of 100. From starting from 100, the maximum copying speed is 64,000 IOPS. Okay, which is again very huge. Okay, so one again common thing which we have to keep in mind over here is the more copying speed you will take, the more AWS will charge us. Okay, so we have to always keep this thing in mind that Okay, whatever copying speed we will take, if we are going for higher copying speed, it will charge more for us. Okay, so 64,000 input output bytes per second, it's a very huge copying speed again. Okay, so that's why there are 4 types of SSDs. And if you check the HDD copying speed, the normal hard disk copying speed, it is 12 MB per second. Okay, this is the normal hard disk copying speed. Okay, if you want somewhat better hard disk, okay, I can go with the other hard disk type. It has 40 Mbps per second copying speed. Okay, but anyhow, most of the cases I will be selecting SSDs only. Okay, SSD. Okay, I am going with 1500 IOPS of copying speed, and I will take the size as 5 GB. Okay, and the most important thing is in which availability zone I want to create this volume. See, there is a star mark given to it, which means it is very important. Okay, so I have to create the volume in which my machine is running. My machine is running in 1A, so that's why I am also creating this volume in 1A only. Okay, now I'm not attaching any snapshot. Let me click on create a volume. So now you can see that there are 3 volumes. These 2 are default volumes of 30 GB of size. Okay, this is the additional volume which I have created. This is the external volume. You can also call it as an external hard drive, external disk, okay, or an external volume also. Okay, so let me give a name to this volume. This is my volume. Okay, what is the size? Size is 5 GB. Okay, if you want to see more details about this volume, you can check in description. If you see in description, it will give you complete information that size is 5 GB, at what time it got created, what is the current status. Okay, so did it attach to any machine? See, attachment information is null. Okay, I have created a volume, but I haven't attached it to any machine. Okay, so let me attach it to this machine. I have created this machine, right? So let me attach it to this machine. So how to attach to this machine? We have to click on actions. Now you have to go to attach volume, and I have to select to which machine I want to attach, either to Windows 1 or to Windows 2. Okay, it will show you the machines which are only running in 1A availability zone. Okay, it will show the machines which are only running in 1A availability zone only. Okay, so in 1A availability zone, I have both the machines. So I will click Windows machine 1 first. I will click on attach. So once you click on attach, you can see over here that it says it is attaching. Okay, let me refresh now, and it is attaching. Let me refresh once again. Now it is saying it is attached. Okay, so this is how you will attach the volume to your machine. Okay, for attaching, as I've told you, availability zone has to be same. Okay, then only we can attach. Okay, that is the limitation. Okay, anyhow, now I have attached this volume to this machine. Okay, now if I come back to this machine, if you check over here, did the extra storage got added to my machine? No. Even though you have added it from AWS console, AWS dashboard, okay, it will not be appearing over here directly. You will not see the added storage directly onto your machine. Okay, so then how to see that storage? For seeing that storage or for getting that storage, you have to click on server manager on my Windows machine. Okay, now if I click on server manager on this machine, server manager is the service, okay, on which it will show you all the storage components, how well your machine is running. Okay, it will show us all the parameters of my Windows machine. Okay, currently it is refreshing. Once it is refreshed, on the left side of your screen, it will show you all the volumes and storages. Okay, so don't think that once you attach, it will be available on the machine. Okay, if you attach over here on AWS dashboard, on that local machine, on that cloud machine, you have to go to server manager. Okay, now again I will show you how to take that storage from server manager also. Okay, it is refreshing now. Okay, before adding, again I will show you that there is only a C drive on this machine. Size is 30 GB only. Okay, I have already added a storage of 5 GB, so there should be a one more drive of 5 GB. Okay, after these steps. Okay, now you can see that there are storage components. It is showing now. Now if I go to disks under volumes, okay, it should show me 2 volumes. See, one is 30 GB, which is already under use. I can see this 30 GB as a C drive. It is showing the same thing over here. But if you see the 5 GB volume, it is in offline mode. Okay, So that is the reason it is not showing this additional storage. Okay. So to check this additional storage, you have to give a right click on this storage. You have to say bring online. Okay. And you have to click on yes. Okay. Once you bring it online, even if you go on to this machine part, even it got not added. Okay. It will not add immediately. Okay. And the next thing what you have to do after bringing it online, you have to give a right click and you have to say new volume. Okay. You have to format this volume for a first time. Okay. So how to format? You have to click on next. Okay. So this is the 5 GB of volume which I want to format. I will click on next. I will click on OK. So how much is the size? Size is 5 GB, out of which 4.97 GB is available and 8 MB is being taken care by my OS files. Okay. Now if I click on next, okay, so what letter I am giving to the drive, I'm calling it as a D drive. That's why I'm going with D as a letter. Okay, it will come as the D drive on the machine. So in which format I am formatting it? It is in NTFS format. Okay, it is a very popular format on Windows machine. Windows, you will have FAT32 or NTFS format. Okay, so I'm formatting it on NTFS format. Okay, now if I click on next, yes, these are the settings. I'm formatting 5 GB of drive. Now if I click on create, now it will format the volume. See how fast it is formatting. Why it is formatting so fast? Because it is an SSD drive. Okay, it is a very fast hard drive. Okay, now I will click on close. Now if you go over here on this machine, you can see that the D drive got added. Okay, which means you have added more storage to your machine. What is the size? 5 GB. Okay, the same 5 GB I have created over here in AWS. Okay, so this was a volume which I've created on AWS. I've attached it to this machine, Windows 1 machine. And now once I go to server manager, if I do that format options, now you can see that the D drive got added with the 5 GB of storage. Okay, now without shutting down the machine, I did this action. That is the advantage of cloud. Okay, so you cannot do this thing physically on your laptop or a desktop without shutting down. Okay, if you want to add one more hard disk to your machine, you have to shut down the machine. Okay, because it is a cloud machine, even though if you are adding storage, no need to shut down the machine. Okay, now I can use this storage, okay, as per my requirement. Okay, I have more 5 GB of storage. Now I can use this as per my requirement. Okay, I can create folders inside this. Okay, and I can, okay, even create files inside this directory. Okay, so I can create anything now. Okay, I have more storage with me. Okay, see, I'm creating folders, I'm creating files. Okay, so everything is going good. I have created one more extra volume. Okay, so now, okay, let me come back to our diagram again. Okay, so what we did is we have created one EC2 machine and you have attached one volume called as my volume. Okay, fine. Okay, let me show you the one more condition. Suppose you are having one more machine in your account. Okay, and this machine, okay, let it be a EC2 machine. Okay, it could be a Linux or a Windows machine. Okay, let us say the example of Windows only because we are currently using Windows machine. And whenever you create a machine, as I've told you, a default volume will be created with that. Okay, default volume comes along with the machine only. Okay, you will not create it separately. Okay, it will come along with the machine only. So this is my default volume. If it is a Windows volume, it will come as C drive. The size will be 30 GB. Okay, fine. The same thing we have seen. Now, okay, if you want to attach this volume to this machine, okay, you want to attach machine, okay, this, let us call this as machine A and let us call this as machine B. Okay, default volume you cannot attach. Default volume will attach to that machine only. Okay, okay, apart from default volumes, whatever additional volumes which you have attached to that machine, no, external volumes, okay, those external volumes you can attach to other machines also. Okay, but again there are few conditions. Now if I want to attach this volume to machine B, okay, I can attach it to machine B also. Okay, but again there are few rules. What are the rules? Machine B also should be in same availability zone, which is in 1A, because This volume is running in 1A. So the same availability zone should be there for machine B also. Okay, that is one condition. Okay, and the second condition is, okay, you have to detach and attach from machine 1. Okay, first what you have to do, you have to detach. Okay, you have to detach from machine A. Okay, and you have to attach to machine B. Okay, so what I'm saying is, okay, to use this volume for machine B, okay, for example, this is machine A, right? In machine A, you have attached the D drive and you have created folder and files also. Okay, now I can attach this D volume to some other machine also. Okay, but for doing that, what I have to do, I have to detach it from over here. I have to remove it from over here. Okay, I have to remove it and I have to attach to machine 2. Okay, so let us see how this thing will work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is machine A volume, I will detach from machine A and I will attach to machine 2. Okay, but what advantage I will get with this? Okay, so whatever data is there on my volume D, okay, whatever data is there on this storage, okay, all this data will be available on machine 2 also. Okay, on machine B also, all this data will be available. Okay, right. Okay, now let us do this option. Okay, for doing this, okay, let me go back to my machine 2. I have two machines running on my dashboard. One is Windows 1, one is Windows 2. Now let me log into Windows 2 machine. I will click on connect. I will download RDB file. Okay, I will say get password and I will browse this password. I've got the password also. I will copy the password. Okay, I will click on this file. I'll click on connect. Now I am connecting to my machine 2. Okay, now it is logging to my machine 2. Okay, yes, okay, it will load all the icons. See, there are two machines. This is machine 2 and this is machine 1. Okay, machine 1 I have already attached the D volume. Okay, I have already increased the storage on machine 1. So what I am going to do is, okay, I will be sharing, okay, I will be removing this volume D drive from machine A and I will attach it to machine 2. Okay, now my machine 2 is also ready. Okay, so now what I will do, I will detach this volume from machine 1. Okay, so how I have to do, I will click on volumes. I will select my volume. This is my volume. I will click on actions and I will say detach volume. Now it will detach from machine 1. Okay, I will click on detach and I will say yes, detach. Now it is detaching the volume. You can see over here also it is detaching the volume. Okay, I will refresh this again. Okay, it is detaching the volume. Okay, let it detach. Yes, now if you check the attachment information, it is saying that it is null, which means now I can attach the volume. Okay, now I will attach it to machine 2. I have detached it from machine 1. I will attach it to machine 2. How to attach? Click on attach, select machines. Now I will attach it to Windows 2. Okay, earlier it was attached to Windows 1. Now I will attach it to Windows 2. I will select Windows 2. I will click on attach. Yes, it is attaching to Windows 2. I will just give a refresh again. Yes, it is attaching to Windows 2. Okay, so once it is attached, I will show you. Okay, yes, it is attached. Okay, the volume is attached. Okay, let me go to Windows 2. This is my Windows 2 machine. Okay, so where I have to go first, I have to go to server manager on second machine also. Okay, so on second machine, I will go to server manager. Okay, I will, okay, meantime, I will show you the machine 1. Okay, so machine 1, let us see that it got detached or not. See, the machine 1, it got detached. Okay, there was a D drive, right, before C volume. Okay, now D drive got detached from machine 1. Okay, it is not there on machine 1. Okay, I have attached it to machine 2. Okay, now let us see the same thing on machine 2. Okay, it is refreshing over here. Okay. So once it refresh, it will show all the storage components. Okay, yes. So all the storage components are over here. I will click on volumes under disk, and over here you can see that the volume which you have created were on machine 1. Now it is on machine 2. Okay. What you have to do, you have to just click a right click and you have to just say bring online. That's it. Okay. No need to format now. Format is only for one time. On machine 1 only you will format. Later on, for how many machines if you attach, format is not required. Okay. Now if I go onto this machine, this is my machines 2 storage. Okay, I'll click on this PC and you can see that there is a C drive and there is a D drive. Okay, earlier I attached it to machine 1. Before that I have attached this to this machine, right? Now I have detached it from this machine and I have attached it on this machine. Okay, now you can see that D drive got attached to machine 2. And if I go inside the D drive, you will find the same new folder which I have created and I will find the same file which I have created. Okay, same things over here. Okay, so this is how we detach and attach. Okay, so the condition is both the machines have to be in same availability zone, and I can detach and attach the volume from machine A to machine B or from machine B to machine A. Okay, I can do anything in vice versa. So you can share the data among different machines in AWS cloud without shutting down that machine and without having any hassle. Okay, so this is how you have to do the same thing in real-time perspective also. Okay, right. Okay, if you have any questions and doubts, please ask questions.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Here we have attached, sir, one drive, D drive. Sir,
Yes.
if we want to add another drive, means E drive, so we need to shut down the machine, sir. Means.
No. Don't shut down the machine. Okay. You should never shut down the machine because it's a cloud machine. You can do all these actions without shutting down the machine.
Okay, sir. So we will follow the same process. We will bring online.
Yes. Bring online and then come up with a new volume. Okay. And you have to do this action only once. Okay. Formatting is only once.
So means formatting means again we will attach a new drive. So no need to format.
No. For a new volume, for a new drive, for one time you have to format. Okay. And you have to same volume if you want to attach to another machine, format is not required.
Okay, sir. Okay, I got the point. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. Because see what will happen if you format, you will lose the data.
Yes. Okay, sir.
For a new volume, we can do. Yes.
Okay, sir. If we want to attach a new volume in Linux, so we will create file system, sir.
Yes. So okay, Linux, I will do the same thing on Linux tomorrow. Okay. I will show you all the commands how to configure the Linux file system tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Today what I did, I have created volume, I have created additional storage and I have attached it to Windows machine. Okay. And I have detached it and attached to other machine also. I will do the same thing tomorrow on Linux machine.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay. If today only if I do for Linux, you guys will confuse. So that's why today I've clearly only shown Windows operations. Tomorrow I will show how to add extra storage on Linux machine.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Procedure will be same, but we have to use commands. Okay. And I will show each and every command.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, guys. If any more questions also you can ask.
సార్ మాకు 3 నోట్స్ కొంచెం ప్రొవైడ్ చేయండి సార్. హలో. హలో సార్. హలో. హలో. హలో సార్.
Yes, guys. Any more questions?
హలో సార్.
Yes, yes, Srini.
సార్ అది మాకు ఓవర్ వ్యూ ఇప్పుడు అదే అంటే ఇంకా రిజిస్టర్ కాలేదు కాబట్టి రేపు ఎల్లుండి రిజిస్టర్ అయిపోతాము. అయిపోయినాక మాకు
Okay.
మండే నుంచి మీరు జస్ట్ ఇప్పుడు కంప్యూటర్, నెట్వర్క్స్, సెక్యూరిటీ ఇట్లా మాడ్యూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా సార్ జనరల్ గా.
Yes, yes,
మాడ్యూల్స్, బిగ్ మాడ్యూల్స్ కింద మళ్ళీ సబ్ మాడ్యూల్స్ ఆ రోజు చెప్పారు
Yeah.
కదా ఫస్ట్ రోజు.
yes,
అట్లా
Yes.
ఒకసారి ఓవర్ వ్యూ చెప్పేసి ప్రతి దానికి ఒక లైన్ డెఫినేషన్ నోట్స్ మాకు ఇచ్చేస్తే మేము అది ర్యాప్ అప్ చేసుకుంటూ ఇంకా డైలీ మీరు ఇచ్చే ఈ వీడియోస్ ని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకుంటా ఉంటే బాగా క్లారిటీ ఉంటుంది సార్.
Okay, sure. అలాగే చేద్దామండి. Definitely.
ఒక ప్రాపర్ గా ఉంటుంది కదా సార్. అంటే ఎన్ని మాడ్యూల్స్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం బీటెక్ లో ఎంటెక్ లో సెమిస్టర్ లో ఒక సెమిస్టర్ లో అదే ఒక సబ్జెక్ట్ లో 5 యూనిట్స్ అట్లా ఉంటాయి కదా సార్. మనకు ఆ 5 యూనిట్స్ లో
Yes.
మనం 3 యూనిట్స్ పైన బాగా కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ పెడితే మనకు 70-80% ఎట్లా వచ్చిందో అట్లా
Yes.
ఓవర్వ్యూ గా మనము అసలు ఎన్ని సర్వీసెస్ ఉన్నాయి, సర్వీస్ యొక్క మెయిన్ గోల్ ఏంది, ఇది అండర్ నెట్వర్క్ కింద వస్తుందా, సెక్యూరిటీ కింద వస్తుందా, కంప్యూట్ కింద వస్తుందా, మళ్ళీ వచ్చి ఈ ఏంటంటే లాంబ్డాస్ వల్ల యూజ్ అయింది. ఇప్పుడు లోడ్ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ చాలా క్లియర్ గా బాగా చెప్పారు కదా సార్. మామూలుగా
Yes.
బిఫోర్ ఒక సింగిల్ లైన్ డెఫినేషన్ నోట్స్ ఇచ్చేసి మేము ఖచ్చితంగా
Okay.
రిజిస్టర్ అవుతాము, ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. కాబట్టి
Okay.
మండే నుంచి కొంచెం చూడండి సార్ ప్లీజ్.
Okay, yes. Definitely I will do in that way only. Okay. It was a very good suggestion. Okay.
లేదు సార్. ఇప్పుడు
అలాగే చేద్దాం, definitely.
ఒకటి సార్, ఇప్పుడు మేము అస్సలు మాకు ఏబిసిలు కూడా రావు. ఓకేనా, మేము జావా బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ గిట్ వరకే మాకు తెలుసు. గిట్ తర్వాత ఏం జరుగుతుందో కూడా తెలియదు. ఇప్పుడు ఇదంతా ఏంటంటే కొత్త ప్రపంచం ఉన్నట్టుంది సార్ నిజంగా. అసలు మాకు ఎట్లో అసలు ఎంతెంతో కష్టపడి అవి ఇవి చూసి తెలుసుకుంటున్నాం అనమాట. అసలు ఏంది అసలు టెర్మినాలజీ యొక్క మీనింగ్ కూడా తెలియదు కదా సార్. వాస్తవంగా చెప్తున్నాను. ఏమో వేరే వాళ్ళ గురించి నాకు తెలుసు సార్, నా గురించి నేను చెప్తున్నాను. ఓకేనా, ప్లీజ్ యాక్సెప్ట్ మై రిక్వెస్ట్ అండ్ ప్లీజ్ డూ మీ అదే మాకు ఏ విధంగా అయితే బాగుంటుందో మీరే ఆలోచించి చేయండి సార్ ప్లీజ్.
Yes, definitely. Let's Srinivas garu. Okay, it's a very good suggestion actually. Okay, we will definitely do that in way, and it will help. Okay, all the candidates. Okay, whoever is participating, definitely. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Definitely. Okay, yeah. So it was a very good suggestion and feedback from Srinivas. Okay, yes. If any other guys also having anything, please, okay, you can put your questions and suggestions. Okay. Okay, so we'll be coming up with notes kind of a setup where we'll be coming up with single line definitions and to which service is belonging to which, okay, part of the cloud. Okay, with that perspective also we'll be doing that. Okay, yes.
మళ్ళీ వచ్చి రీజియన్స్ లో జోన్స్ ఉంటాయా, జోన్స్ లో రీజియన్స్ ఉంటాయా, అది కొంచెం క్లారిటీ లేదు సార్ ప్లీజ్.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. One thing regarding that, Andy, we will have zones under regions. Ante regions local zone ఉంటుంది. Okay.
లోపల జోన్ ఉంటుంది.
Yeah, region local zone. Okay. Yes, guys. Okay. So okay.
సార్ మేము రేపు సాటర్డే క్లాస్ ఉందా సార్?
Yes. Tomorrow class will be there, and ఇవాళ మనం విండోస్ పైన చేసాము స్టోరేజ్ మేనేజ్మెంట్. We'll do it on Linux tomorrow.
ఓకే సార్. లేదు సార్, చాలా బాగా చెప్తున్నారు. మేము మాక్సిమం రేపు రిజిస్టర్ అయిపోతాము. రేపు మండే రిజిస్టర్ అయిపోతాం సార్.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. Thanks a lot, everyone. Okay, take care.
Bye. Thank you, sir.